Here we are, we're ready to drop the caravan onto the ball. You saw in the earlier shot that we set the caravan as level and set the ball height correctly. Now we're going to drop the caravan onto the ball. And as it takes the weight, you'll see that we've dropped down the back of the car by approximately 50 millimetres. So here we are, folks. We've set the caravan onto the hitch, and the car's now sitting down about 2 inches to 3 inches from where it was originally. Now this is important because when we set the weight distribution hitch, what we're trying to do is we're trying to adjust or spread the weight across the van and the car so that the front of the caravan, when towing, is approximately 50 millimetres or 2 inches below level. So there we are at the moment. We're hitched up, we'll lock it on. We'll put our weight distribution bars in. There's our weight distribution bar and its load chain. So I'll put this one on this side, then I'll come around there and I'll show you the other side. Have to rotate forward to allow the bar to lock in. We'll do the same on this. We'll do the same on this side. Now this pin, you can see as I rotate back towards the operation position, locks that bar in place. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to raise the height of the car and van again so that we can put some tension on these torsion bars. So we'll raise that up about 90 millimetres, pull out the locking pin, place the chain into, so we've got our chain to the torsion bar locked onto the tension catch. We'll just take the tension on the chain a little and we'll put the locking pin in. Now at this point in time, remember, we've got the weight of the van and the car on the jockey wheel. When I connect up this chain, I'm going to make sure that I have the same number of loose links on this side so that the load is evenly spread across the tow bar and the caravan. So I'll pull out the locking pin again. Open up the catch, place the chain onto the catch, use the bar to assist. Whenever you have tension on these chains, I want you to either have this bar in place or this pin in place. I don't want anybody to put themselves at risk by having neither the pin or the bar in place. As you let this down, there'll be quite a bit of tension from the torsion bars, and if one of these flies out towards you, if one of these opens up because it's not correctly locked in, it can cause some injury, and that's not a good way to start a holiday. Alrighty, we'll put our bar down. Let's put some weight of the car and the van onto the torsion bars. So you can now see, folks, that the weight of the van and the weight of the car is being equalised by these torsion bars and chains. This wheel has a sway assist as a part of its function, but it also stops this porpoising movement that you get when you're towing a heavy van. Now you will need to take into account the amount of load that you put in the van and the load that your car is carrying, and you'll need to be aware that there are restrictions on how much load you can put in your car and how much load you can put in the van to maintain a safe and within the law towing capacities. Each car is a little bit different, so we'll need to discuss that with you on the day. So essentially, that's how to set up your load distribution hitch. If we measure this, we'll find that now we have the van travelling at just under level. The tow hitch is around about 50 millimetres below the drawbar level, with sufficient load on these torsion bars to prevent porpoising and sway. Okay folks, so I'm just going to attach this other D shackle for the safety chain onto the tow bar, like so. You'll notice that we also have our emergency brake release connected as well. Next thing, we'll do some power for the lights. So what we have here folks, we've got two different plugs. We've got the 12-pin plug which attaches to this car with the fat pins down. We've also got an Anderson plug, which is a special auxiliary power plug, self-cleaning. You may or may not have one of these on your van. If you do, fantastic. If you don't, that's okay. We'll just tie it up out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. So we'll connect up the lights. I'll tie this one back. And this is a great opportunity for you and your partner to do a light check. You get your partner around the back of the caravan, you can get in the driver's seat. Nice loud signals to check the lights are all working appropriately. Okay, so we're hooked up with chains, we're hooked up with power. Let's get the brake off. Now the brake works on a ratchet system. We'll go through that again. To release, let's lift the handle, lift the ratchet mechanism, then you can lower the handle. So to apply the brakes, we'll go through that as well. Lift the handle, press down on the ratchet mechanism, and apply the brakes. Now once again, I'll take that off, lift the handle, pull the ratchet. So folks, to apply the brake on this van, we'll lift the handle and move the ratchet pull down into the ratchet mechanism and pull up, and you'll hear it clicking. Because we're about to take off, we need to actually release the brakes, so we'll do the opposite there. We'll pull up on the handle, lift the ratchet mechanism out, and lower the handle. To travel with the ratchet mechanism up above like this is good practice. It means that as the van bounces, the pawl's not going to start slowly applying the brakes for you. So folks, now we'll just remove the jockey wheel. We'll place that in the forward locker for travel. The next important thing to remember is your weight distribution hitch assist handle. We'll store this in the forward locker for travel. When we come back, we'll do a pre-departure check. Just make sure that you're ready to roll and start on a fabulous holiday.